Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Bridget Bureau. New tonight, Hartford police arresting a man they say hit and killed a 1-year-old girl with his car. Today, Melvin Edwards appearing in Hartford Superior Court, and Fox 61's Matt Caron takes us inside the courtroom.
It's been nearly a month since little 1-year-old Camila Elizabeth Ramirez Carcamo was hit and killed by a speeding car in Hartford. Today, we saw the face of the man who was allegedly driving that car. 30-year-old Melvin Edwards stood before a judge in Hartford Superior Court. He's charged with second-degree manslaughter. On June 4th, little Camila wandered out of a Hartford laundromat and into the middle of a road on New Britain Avenue when she was hit and killed, allegedly by Edwards, who was driving a 2013 black BMW. The vehicle sped away, but was found later that day at a McDonald's in New Haven. Hartford police say it was an extensive investigation to obtain an arrest warrant for Edwards, who turned himself in today.
Mr. Daniels reports to our office that he is a high school graduate with some community college, including business certification. He works as a mental illness advisor in the town of New Hartford. Your Honor, his family is here to support him. He has a very, very limited record, Your Honor, and I would ask the court to entertain a bond in the amount of $100,000.
Ultimately, the judge set Edwards' bond at $300,000, citing a past conviction for failure to appear in court. He's also been convicted of disorderly conduct. He's due back in court next on July 15th. In the studio, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Matt, thank you. And more court news. The East Haven woman charged in connection with the roadside death of a Department of Transportation worker faced a Meriden judge this morning. 55-year-old Denise Lucello was driving along the Wharton Brook Connector in Wallingford Friday when police say she hit and killed 26-year-old Andrew DiDomenico. Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc has the emotional reaction from his family.
The extended family of Andrew DiDomenico says they are devastated by this loss. And as the judge cut Lucello's bond in half, they say they want more accountability for her actions.
Indicated that she resides in East Haven with her daughter.
55-year-old Denise Lucello of East Haven facing a Meriden judge for the first time since being arrested last week.
She did disclose substance use history and mental health to my office.
Police say just after 9 a.m. Friday, Lucello was driving under the influence on the Wharton Brook Connector to I-91 in Wallingford when she traveled into the grass on the right-hand shoulder, hitting and killing 26-year-old Andrew DiDomenico.
No matter how the facts flesh out, my client is remorseful. She did not leave the scene. She realizes how serious this is, and she would certainly return to court.
DiDomenico was a Department of Transportation worker doing his job when he lost his life.
We are here today because we want to see justice served.
Andrew's aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandfather facing his alleged killer in court.
This is a woman who has multiple repeat offenses and should have never had the opportunity to be behind the wheel, to take our Andrew, take his life away.
From 2016 to 2018, Lucello was found guilty numerous times, including once for driving with a suspended license. Now she's charged with driving under the influence, failure to move over, and more. And prosecutors expect more charges to come.
You know, we lost our nephew, and we want to see her get charged to the fullest extent of the law.
A nephew, Melissa Lombardi, says loved sports, his job, and his family more than anything.
He was a wonderful young man, and this is a loss that we've never experienced and would never wish it on any other family. And we will do our best to advocate for change so that this doesn't have to happen to anyone else.
As for Lucello, the judge granted a mental health evaluation for her and set her bond at $500,000. If she's able to post that, he says she will not be able to operate a motor vehicle. Now, she's expected back in court next month. We are in Meriden. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thank you, Julia. And tomorrow, Governor Ned Lamont is holding a news conference to advocate for road safety. It comes in the wake of the deaths of Andrew DiDomenico and State Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier, who was hit and killed while performing a traffic stop. We'll keep you updated on the actions the governor is calling for tomorrow. Switching gears to the forecast, the most important question people are asking right now, Rachel, how is the weather looking for the fireworks? So you're joining us now. How is it looking for Thursday?
Overall, things are looking pretty decent. There's a slight chance for an isolated shower or rumble of thunder on July 4th, but it doesn't look anything like what we've been seeing lately with the multiple rounds of severe weather. Overall, that's on pause for the next few days. Right now, it's near 80 degrees in Hartford, low 80s in New Haven. It looks like a painting. We've got the blue skies, we've got the puffy clouds here in the foreground. It's absolutely gorgeous. There is one brief passing shower that passed through southeastern Connecticut, and I should say a little downpour, but that has moved on now, and a rain-cooled 68 right now in Groton compared to 80 in Hartford and 76 for Waterbury. But I think one of the best things about today, other than the sunshine, is just a whole new air mass in place after yesterday's storms. It is so comfy, it is refreshing, and that's what we have in place again as we head through the overnight. So we're looking at lows in the 50s to near 60 degrees. Open the windows wide tonight. Bright sunshine on your way out the door tomorrow morning. We'll keep that sun right through tomorrow afternoon. We're near 80 at lunchtime, and we'll see high temperatures a few degrees warmer than today, climbing in the lower to middle 80s by afternoon. Those temperatures get hotter, though, as we head towards the 4th of July. We'll talk about that, plus a rising chance for storms coming up. Bridget.
All right, Rachel, talk with you soon. Starting today, undocumented children 15 years and younger will now be covered by Husky Health. That's Connecticut's Medicaid program. Fox 61's political reporter Emma Wolfhorst joining us now in studio. So Emma, what are state leaders saying about this expansion?
Well, Bridget, they are calling this a huge public health win. Many in the legislature have been pushing to expand Husky for years, and they say this is another big step in the right direction.
Brittany is from Ecuador. She is 13 today, but last year she was 12, and she too, with our help, now is covered.
Monday, state lawmakers, advocates, and immigrants celebrated the expansion of Connecticut's Medicaid program.
Estefania has a very special designation because she is 13 today. She is from Ecuador? Ecuador. And at 9:04 this morning, she worked with Vivian Acevedo Rivas from Fairhaven, and she has now been approved, and she is now a recipient of Connecticut Medicaid for the last 2 hours.
Starting July 1st, children up to the age of 15, regardless of immigration status, are now covered under Husky health insurance.
My daughter is 13 years of age, and she has benefited from the program. She has been able to see an eye doctor, a dentist, and she has regular check-ins with her pediatric doctor.
Husky has slowly been expanding over the past few years. In 2021, state lawmakers passed a bill opening care to undocumented children ages 8 and younger, growing to include those 12 and younger in 2023.
You know, a few years ago, we came up with this harebrained notion of making sure that kids in the state should have health insurance coverage. And we put forward the idea, and we were told flat out that there weren't the votes to pass it. And we didn't get out what we wanted. We were initially able to only pass coverage to cover kids up through age 8, leaving 9-year-olds, I don't know, get a job.
Last year, some legislators tried to expand care to everyone 25 and younger, but the final bill, funded through the state budget, stopped at 15 years old.
I myself am a parent, and as parents, we have one job to do, right? We want to protect our child.
The program is currently serving 12,000 kids across the state, but officials expect enrollment to grow with this new expansion.
Still, about 60% of undocumented people don't have access to health care.
While lawmakers won't be back in the state capitol now until next January, there is still a call to expand Husky further next session in 2025. Some are aiming for 18 years old, while others want to push again for that 25 years and younger. But this will be a budget year, so it all depends on how much money legislators can agree to allocate. Bridget.
All right, Emma, we know you'll be watching it. Thank you very much. The Supreme Court ruling for the first time that former presidents, including Donald Trump, do have substantial immunity from prosecution, this for official presidential acts. In a 6-3 vote, the majority of the justices said that former President Donald Trump is not above the law and private acts are not immune. They're now kicking the case down to a lower court to determine which acts are considered official. The ruling does not dismiss the charges against Trump in his elections interference case, for example, but will extend the delay in which Trump is tried for it, making it highly unlikely the trial will take place before the 2024 election in November. Coming up at 6:30, we're speaking with a law professor from Quinnipiac University live about what this decision really means for Trump and other former presidents. So stick around for that in around 15 minutes from now. Former President's advisor Steve Bannon reported to federal prison here in Connecticut today for refusing to attend a congressional hearing on January 6th. He is serving a 4-month sentence at a prison in Danbury after he was found guilty of contempt of Congress. Supporters, protesters, and Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene showing up moments before Bannon turned himself in. Bannon says that he's prepared for whatever prison has in store for him and that he'll serve his time, he says, with gratitude.